in this delivery of housing. Well, I'm also happy that there are indicators on affordability gap funding already with FHF, and some of what we have done in our work with Lagos State Government, with Choice, the Cooperative Home Ownership Incentive, which has significant benefits by ensuring that those who cannot afford to buy outright come in under a shared equity home ownership scheme, which allows them a much longer time to repay the unpurchased equity in their homes, similar to the product that FHF has also introduced. How do we ensure that the estates do not very quickly turn to slums, as Professor Numbi mentioned? Because I suspect that some of those slums mentioned were intended as well-built communities, but due to lack of proper long-term maintenance, they very quickly degenerated into slums. How do we ensure that the new homes we are bringing to market do not fall prey to this? And one of the challenges that we have experienced is that when you build purpose-built communities and you do not have mandatory home ownership associations or cooperative societies to manage them long-term, you're going to have a problem, because people can then opt out of their responsibility for contributing to the management of the estate. And then you have a free-for-all where nobody is in charge. And then even their development control regulations can be totally ignored. How do we borrow from other cultures what makes them or what helps them to build sustainable communities that are well managed, where in fact, if you don't contribute to the maintenance of the community, it can undermine your title. You can be thrown out. How do we work with government to make sure that the appropriate enabling legislations are put in place to ensure that the new communities we are developing do not fall into, degenerate into slums through lack of management and lack of development control? How do we take care of title? Our Gambian brother mentioned the challenge of access to land. Access is not the only problem. Part of the problem is title, even with land that you get directly from government, especially in our experience with Lagos State and the Federal Capital Territory. They are subject to challenge. How do we deal with the menace of land grabbers everywhere in a decisive way so that people can know that this is just not on? Because nobody would like to invest in an industry where you are not even sure of the most basic thing. Hernando de Soto, in his Mystery of Capital, said that if we cannot title land to everyone, we will be excluding from our economy a significant population. Merely by ensuring that every landowner in our country have registered title to their land, we will be stimulating their participation in our national economy. Whatever land is not registered or titled, he referred to it as dead capital. The call to us is to encourage government to not allow the homes that people have struggled to build fall under the category of dead capital. We should, by providing title for these homes, bring them into the mainstream, into part of our economy, so that they can have access to capital. Without registered title, there is no access to capital. We don't even know what percentage of homes in Nigeria today have title. And you'll be amazed at what transformation that will be just by providing title for all those homes as quickly and at as an affordable price as possible. This is not even about bringing in new build. By titling what already exists, we will be bringing them into the mainstream economy. So I think I'd like to rest it here at that point to say, well, look, we should concentrate on how to sustain and multiply what is already going well from the various contributions by the speakers here today. Thank you very much, Festus. Over to you.
My Brigadier General, they said I should put retired. I think it's the military people that will put retired for me. I'm leaving that retired there. They should come and beat me. I must say a very big thank you to you. I've been under serious pressure from Association of Housing Corporations of Nigeria, where they fixed the same program on our platform. They couldn't start their own big 1 hour program, and they be pressurized me. The president have been calling, so I've not been able to rest my mind here. On that note, I would like to say, I think all our team who have made good, excellent presentation. Mr. Akim Ogunino, you cannot escape me. I will get back to you in the next 1 hour because we are going to give this screen, this platform to Association of Housing Corporation for 1 hour. Then after that, I will reach out to my guest speakers if they are still available. Anyone that is available, we will continue and record. But for the purpose of record, whatever you have said here today, this our conversation will be on TV on Wednesday, and it will continue on Saturday on our TV program. We're going to do the conversation here for 2 weeks on a different TV platform. The MD Family Home Fund, today is his birthday, he's at home. I will reach out to him. Mr. Abso, I want to say a very big thank you to him. Mr. Oyedele, you have done exceedingly well, but please don't leave the platform, remain. My Vice Chairman, Africa International Housing Show, I'm going to call you for your own, where we will continue. This is where I stop here today on this platform. We have not been able to do the best we can do due to pressure on the Housing Corporation. I want to say a very big thank you to everyone. Thanks for honoring our invitation. This will never happen like this again. Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Adebayo. Bye. Bye.
Gideon, you are so proud.
It is a fact that housing has been in short supply. The National Technical Working Committee under the housing thematic area of the Vision 2020 was inaugurated on 18th April 2009. During the regime of late President Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, they were asked to make recommendations towards the contribution of housing to Vision 2020 goals